Hi, I'm Becky Blackburn. I'm the Public Services Librarian here at the Westfield Athenaeum. I am here today again to share with you more cookbooks from our Cookbook book club. And this is tying in with our At the Table in the Garden grant that we received from the MBLC, the Massachusetts Board of Library Commissioners. So today I am going to share the most popular cookbook we've ever done in the 2 years we've been doing the Cookbook book club. Drum roll please. It is Milk Street Tuesday Night Mediterranean. And this cookbook was absolutely fantastic. Everybody in the whole group really loved this cookbook. Several people bought it, which says a lot. And so I'm just going to share a little bit about how this is laid out. So it's got pictures of every recipe, which is always a plus and one that our Cookbook book club is very adamant that we have. But secondly, this one is divided up into, let's see if I can do this backward and upside down. So this cookbook is divided up into fast, faster, and fastest for the main course recipes that they have. So some of them take like 45 minutes and some of them take about 20 hands-on minutes. It's all, everything that all of us made was stuff we would give company, which is kind of how we gauge if a recipe is good. Would I give this to company? There's also salads and pastas and stuff like that, but those aren't divided up into the time frame. So it's just kind of nice to have one that you can pick out and know that it's not going to take an hour to make on a Tuesday night. So I'm going to share a couple recipes that I remember we made or that I made that were very good. This was the Provencal braised chicken. Provencal flavors are typically nice and light and good for summer. Got the white wine in there. But the thing that was interesting about this one is it called for saffron threads. So if you're feeling like you want to splash out on a dish, this is the one to do. Saffron is the stamens of orchids, I believe. And it's like $100 a pound. And so you buy it in little vials that are like threads, red threads, and it gives your dishes like a yellow tinge. I don't know if my saffron was a little old because I bought it once at Trader Joe's and didn't use it. But I didn't feel like it gave enough of a hint to actually include it next time. But this was a very good dish. This was just made with chicken thighs, which were luckily for me on sale, and then garnished with the basil, delicious. And it's showing it being very soupy. It wasn't as soupy for me, but still very good. Let's see, what else do I remember? This was a whole month ago, you know. One of our participants made the Lombardy style chicken and rice. And she said that it was really good, and the rice, especially as leftovers, was really good because it kind of became risotto-ish and retained its creaminess. So that was really nice. I made this Moroccan-inspired roasted spiced chicken. Now, one of the things that was interesting about this is that they have you slash the chicken leg and kind of like grind some of your spice mixture into it. And there was lots of cumin, and smelled, so I love cumin. It smells really good. So you do that to kind of really get the flavor into the chicken. So that was really good. Really enjoyed that one. This was a fan favorite. So one of our members made this dish, the chicken, Greek chicken and potato traybake. She made it, she talked it up at the meeting, so then 3 other people made it, and they all let me know how delicious it was, and that was really good. So this is probably on the rotation of some people's menus now. And then the last one I'm going to share is the roasted butternut squash with chickpeas, herbs, and tahini. Now, 2 of us made this, and we both noticed that we both wanted to make it because of the pumpkin seeds. And the funny thing is that the pumpkin seeds aren't really mentioned in the recipe. So, but we just both threw them on top anyways. But the tahini sauce also doesn't look like this when you make it. But if you've watched any of these other videos, you know that every time there's a butternut squash soup recipe in a cookbook, somebody makes it out of the group. Well, this is another good example of that because now we have 2 people that made this roasted butternut squash side dish. So it was great, had lots of nice flavors in it. And this dish got us talking, and also there's a lot of tahini being used in this cookbook because it's Mediterranean. But that got us talking about tahini and how hard it is to get out of the jar. If you've ever gotten tahini, especially if you get it in that, can't remember the name brand, but it's like in a tin. It's like you need to use pressure and like a chisel and a hammer to get it out because it just becomes so solidified in the bottom. And then it's really hard to get it incorporated in anything because it's just like a very thick paste. And what tahini is sesame seed paste. So, and by the way, if you get some and you want to scoop off a spoonful and try it like you would peanut butter, I don't advise it. Take a very small little portion because it's kind of bitter and it's a very strong flavor. You may love it, but start small. But we started talking about tahini, and apparently there is a squeeze version of tahini in the supermarket that you can get that will keep your tahini situation under control and more usable. So that's just a little tip. So that is our cookbook for this month, Milk Street, Tuesday Nights Mediterranean by Christopher Kimball. This restaurant is actually in Boston. There is apparently there's a show on TV about this, and we were all big fans. So please reserve a copy, pick it up in the library when you're here next. I think you'll really enjoy this one. Thanks for coming. See you again soon.